Hi there, it's Erin, Duffy, your stage presence coach, back again with another tip to help amplify your stage presence and own your unique voice so that you feel comfortable and confident in every room you walk into. All right, today we are going to talk about the first 2 minutes of your keynote or your high stakes presentation. Because here's the thing, those first 2 minutes matter. Now, not because you got to be flashy or not because you got to perform, and certainly not because you got to rush in and prove that how smart you are, how prepared you are. No, those 2 minutes matter the most because your audience is quietly making some decisions at this point. All right. And what are those decisions? What are they deciding right now? Well, they're deciding, gosh, am I with you? Or, can I trust you enough? The other one, do I want to go on this journey with you? Now, I know that that can feel like a lot of pressure, right? But actually, no, I want to change that. I think it's incredibly empowering as a speaker because here's the thing, when you understand the power of your opening, the power of those first 2 minutes, you stop treating it like a warm-up to your presentation and you start treating it as an invitation. Yeah, because your opening is not just the beginning of all your content. No, it is the beginning of relationship that you are creating with your audience. And that relationship, it starts before the first word even comes out of your mouth. It starts the moment you walk in that room. And I know we've talked about that before, but I want to remind you, you walk in that room, you're in your body, you get up in front of that room or on that stage and you feel your feet on the ground, you kind of settle in, relax, look around, capture people's eyes, breathe, and then go, all right? But see, then once you do go, those first 2 those first 2 minutes need to do a little bit more, all right? What they need to do, they need to help your audience understand why whatever you're talking about matters, all right? They need to help the audience see themselves in what you're about to share. And they also need them to have a reason to lean in to you, okay? And again, I'm not talking about you have to share some big dramatic story or tell a big joke or have some perfectly polished opening line. That's not where I'm talking about. All right. What it means is that what we're doing here is you want to create a connection quickly with your audience immediately. And those 2 minutes are crucial for that. And you can do that by first naming something that your audience is already feeling, maybe wondering, maybe they're struggling with, or possibly hoping for. Because see, when someone at an audience connects with that, you know what they think? Oh, well, they get me. Or, oh my God, that's exactly what I've been dealing with lately. Oh my God, I feel like finally someone understands me. And what happens? They're with you at that moment. They're ready. They're ready. And this is the power of those first 2 minutes. Again, when you're doing your keynote or your presentation, you're not just dumping a bunch of content. No, you're building a relationship. You are opening a door. All right. So here is my simple tip for the week. All right. And all of us can do this. Before your next keynote, or maybe your presentation, or maybe you actually have a high stakes meeting, all right, going on. What I want you to do is I want you to practice your opening without any slides. Okay. First, I want you to practice the moment before you speak. I want you to relax in it, stand tall, feel grounded, kind of like we said earlier. Take that breath, look up, connect with the audience, then begin speaking. All right. And then once you do begin speaking, I want you to make sure those first 2 minutes answer these questions. All right. So you got to practice this. What is the bigger reason your message matters? All right. Answer that for yourself. Then, why does this matter to my audience? And then finally, and why should they care right now? Answer those questions for yourself. And then you might then find yourself opening by naming a challenge that your audience is going to recognize. Or maybe you might ask a question that pulls them in. Or you might share a short story or maybe a moment that helps them see themselves in the topic you're about to cover. But whatever it is, I don't want you rushing through it. I want you to take those 2 minutes and really reach your audience. It's your time to connect, all right? Your goal is not to race, all right? Remember that. I want you to write that down. Your goal is not to race. Your goal is to make it easy for them to lean in and be with you, all right? So I want you to try that this week. Everybody, this is what I want you to try. Before your next big old keynote or presentation, or again, high stakes meeting, practice owning those first 2 minutes. All right. Start with your presence, like we talked about. Name why your message matters, and then invite your audience in. Practice, practice, practice. Do it at least 2 or 3 times. Get comfortable with it. All right. See how it feels, and then try it out. And then I want you to let me know how it goes. Because here's the thing, your opening is not just where you talk begins. No, it is where your trust begins. It's where your connection begins. So take your time and enjoy your 2 minutes. All right, let me know how it goes. I love DMs. I love to hear. And any questions, you know how to reach me, because I'm here to support you. Okay, that's it for the week. I hope you all have a fabulous one. And we'll see you next time for another tip on how to bring your authentic presence to every room.